First of all, how much do you appreciate the reception you had at South by Southwest the other week?
It was unbelievable. We were not expecting that, because we literally finished the film and flew to South by Southwest. And the reception the audience gave us, the love that we got, it was just simply made of dreams. So.
And how great is it that you finally managed to get this film out and get it in front of a cinema audience?
It's great, because while we were filming, going to a cinema was a distant dream, So it's COVID, and didn't even know when cinema was coming back. So to be here today, showing it to a group of audience coming into a cinema, into a special venue, and going out into the world in the next couple of weeks is just, it's brilliant.
And the film was very difficult from the point of view that you shot it during COVID. There were various assorted issues and that had to be overcome.
Yes.
Quite a lot of issues that needed to be overcome. So how was that? And having Dev on side fighting every inch of the way to get this film made?
Yeah, I sometimes joke saying that the making of the film, or the actual film, has a lot of resemblance to the making of it. The fight sequences happen in life too, right? So there were a lot of issues. Some was beyond our control. The pandemic, and whether it was going to a streamer, whether it was going to cinema. So there was all these conversations, and then because it's a film that's really original, there's always comparisons made of like, oh, maybe we should try and make it something that has already worked. There's always this push to compare, and we always wanted to make something real, something original. So that was always a fight generally, but I think we got what we wanted to make. So it's a blessing.
And what kind of fan do you think this film is going to appeal to most? Because I think the most obvious comparison is probably something like John Wick, but it's also a fabulous story that stands by itself as well. So does it fit easily into a genre, or do you think it crosses quite a few?
Well, it's definitely, the action movie lovers will definitely love it because there's so much action in it. But at the same time, when we did test screenings and so on, it really rated high amongst female audience. So there was a lot of emotional weight that's been infused into the film, into the story. So in terms, and South by Southwest was a good test to see. It was a very broad audience, very diverse audience, and everybody seemed to feel every emotion in the movie. Everybody seemed to clap when we wanted them to clap, and cry when we wanted them to. So I think it's appealing to a very broad audience of all race and color.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey!